Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, a panel of judges, our guests, contestants, and everyone invited to be here today, we want to say a very big welcome to you. Welcome to the JENDOL Annual Debate Championship Season 1. We can't go further without recognizing the sponsor, the organizer of this event, JENDOL Superstores. Please, can we celebrate them? We would also do well to recognize the presence of all the sponsors who have made today a grand event. Please celebrate Wema Bank, Amin Susan Products also. Please, can we celebrate them? Special appreciation goes to the Lagos State Government Ministry of Education for endorsing this event. We sincerely appreciate you. We would like to officially commence this event, this grand finale, by having the second stanza of the national anthem. I'll crave your indulgence, with permission of the high table and the panel of judges, for everyone to please rise. Can we have a representative of any student from any school to take us through the second stanza of the national anthem?
O God of creation, direct our noble call, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and live in just and truth. Great lofty height attempt to build a nation where peace and justice reign.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take the anthem of our organizer, JENDOL Superstores. I would like to invite to the microphone representatives of JENDOL Superstores as they take us through the anthem and also the pledge.
JENDOL, 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 JENDOL shows smile to be the world class grocery daily shopper with a smile, to pay attention to customers' expressions, maintaining conducive atmosphere. JENDOL, JENDOL, JENDOL shows smile. The pledge. I pledge to JENDOL from home, to be the world-class grocery that leaves shopper with a smile, to pay attention to customers' expressions and maintain a conducive shopping atmosphere, to be JENDOL ambassador anywhere and maintaining the comfort and virtues which are courtesy, innovation, responsiveness, and excellence. So amen.
So ladies and gentlemen, the only way to shop with a smile is to shop with JENDOL. Is to shop with what? JENDOL. Is to shop with JENDOL. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me as I recognize the presence of Mr. Dennis Ebe. Thank you very much. Mr. Adesoji Aziz. Thank you very much, sir. Also, ladies and gentlemen, from the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, we have here present Mrs. Fumi Akinfolurin. We also have here present, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michael Yedemu. Mr. Michael Yedenu. Thank you very much, sir. And all the staff and officials of Wema Bank, thank you also for coming around. Ladies and gentlemen, the last but not the least on my list here, Mrs. Olobo. Thank you very much, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, moving forward in this grander event, I would like to bring to the microphone a set of people that have been, graced with the opportunity to push out this vision. A man of dexterity, a man of vision indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as I make welcome the Managing Director of JENDOL Superstores in person of Dr. Mark Akaboy.
I'm so happy to be standing here today to be part of those that are gracing this occasion. My darling wife, the Executive Director, JENDOL Superstores, Mrs. Oluwakemi Akaboy, the Chairman Panel of Judges, Dr. Bolariwa, our judges, the Director, Co-Colora, Lagos State Ministry of Education, the Head of Human Resource and Management Staff of JENDOL Superstores, the Principal of participating schools, the teachers of participating schools, the participating students, our distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's with great pleasure I welcome each and every one of us to today's occasion. Before I go further in my speech, please permit me to appreciate the Almighty God for giving us the grace to be alive today to witness this beautiful occasion. Today is the prize giving ceremony and grand finale of the maiden edition of JENDOL Annual Debate Championship, which brings to end several months of rigorous and dedicated planning. It has always been a burning desire to possibly and positively impact our immediate environment with activities such as this. We are anxious to listen and learn from the salient point from both the opposing and the supporting side, from the chosen topics which will be revealed to you by our young champions. We believe important lessons will be learned today and will be taken away. For those of you who didn't make it to this final, we urge you not to give up, but look out for next year's edition, which is another platform to win. Next year's edition promises to be bigger and better. Today's contestants, please, regardless of whoever is crowned the winner, I want to let you know you are all winners. Just that there has to be a winner in any competition. To our judges, thank you. I do not envy your position at all. Choosing the winner will be very, very difficult, judging from the excellent performance we witnessed during the semi-final yesterday. Every contestant here today is a potential and a deserving winner. To Lagos State Ministry of Education, we want to say thank you for believing and supporting and approving this initiative. I especially want to thank our ever dependable business partner, Wema Bank, for believing in us as a brand and also willing to go all out, both in our business expansion drive and our corporate social security initiatives. I thank Susan Food for your immense support for this event, and particularly thrilled by your support even at a very short notice. Permit me to thank my pastor and some of my very, very senior colleagues and friends here present. You are well appreciated for squeezing out time from your very busy schedule to honor us. Finally, I can't end this speech without thanking the planning committee of JENDOL Annual Debate Championship and our very dependable producer, Santab Production, led by Mr. Bolariwa. Thank you very much for listening, and may God Almighty grant us journeying mercies back to our respective destination. Amen. And I say, let the best man win. Thank you.
I'd like to bring to the microphone very quickly the Executive Director of JENDOL Superstores. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, beautiful faces. Welcome to JENDOL Annual Debate Championship 2023. By next year, just like our MD has said, it will be better and bigger in Jesus' name. We are not taking it for granted at all. From all our invited guests, even with your busy schedule, you still find time to come and share with us. We appreciate you all. We say thank you. God bless you. From all the participants that came up yesterday and the people that qualified to the finals today, I must salute your courage. You have done so well. It's not easy to face the crowd. I'm an example. I'm not a public speaker. I'm shy. I don't like facing the crowd. In fact, I'm trying to rush so that I can go back to my seat. So I really encourage you guys for putting all those things together, for taking your time to make the research and then come up here and face us and, try to argue, and you pick up points from your opponents even as they're talking, that one's not even prepared for. You are coming up to tackle what somebody has said. You have done so very well. And I know that no knowledge is a waste, even though you have not made it to the finals. What you have researched for, what you have learned during the course of this debate, I know it will impact something in your life. So that's what I want you to know. No knowledge is a waste. And this is to also tell you that in JENDOL Superstore, it's not just about the trading. We also like to give back to the environment where we operate. So this is part of our social responsibility, and we are bringing it out through the young minds. So at this point, I just want to wish all the finalists, I want to wish you the best of luck as you mount the podium this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ma. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a popular saying that beside a successful man, there is a woman. I can see Dr. Mark smiling from one side of the cheek to the other as his babe was busy speaking. Ladies and gentlemen, but very quickly, I would like to recognize the presence of our judges. Ladies and gentlemen, please, with a round of applause, I shouldn't beg the students to clap. You know that your destiny is in their hands. Please permit me, as I recognize the presence of the head of school, the Given Tree School, Lagos, Mrs. Miriam Oladiji. Thank you very much, Ma. Ladies and gentlemen, here present also, all the way from Nigerian Internet Registration Association, NIRA, we have the head of administration and marketing, Mr. Olumide Koka. Right next to him, we have the CEO of Romana Multinational Limited, Lagos. He's a Nollywood actor. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Anthony Ubetere. Thank you very much, sir. And also, we have the chairman, panel of judges, Dr. Bolarinwa Joseph Bamidele. The lead consultant of Bolero Consultants Limited, a two-time Dean of Agriculture, Lagos State University of Science and Technology. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for making out time to be here today. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we all have been waiting for is almost upon us. Our finalists have come out from a pool of about 165 applicants. Can we please put our hands together for them? The winner of this debate competition will go home with a whooping sum of 150,000 naira and would own the bragging rights as the best debater from the Public Senior Secondary School, Lagos State Education District 1, 2, and 6. Ladies and gentlemen, so please can we celebrate these ones? Ladies and gentlemen, we have the finalists distributed into the proposing and opposing teams. They have 4 minutes to have their presentation and 1 minute for their rebuttal. Ladies and gentlemen, let the grand finale begin. Please put your hands together for them. ALUMONA, kindness.
Every Nigerian citizen is well aware of the popular saying that goes, the poor is getting poorer, while the rich is getting richer. Does that show a chance? No is the answer. Good day, Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen. My name is ALUMONA Kindness, and I'm here to support the motion which says, fuel subsidy is more beneficial to the poor than the rich. Fuel subsidy refers to as those incentives paid by the government in order to reduce the cost of fuel for consumers. Therefore, I would love to give my reasons why fuel subsidy removal is more beneficial to the poor than the rich. First and foremost, the fuel subsidy benefits the wealthier segment of our population. Wealthier people are more likely to own more vehicles, which shows that they consume more fuels and benefit more from these subsidies. By removing fuel subsidy, governments can allocate these funds to programs and services that directly assist the poor, such as healthcare and education. Furthermore, fuel subsidy encourages overconsumption of fossil fuel, which contributes to the environmental issue, such as air pollution and climate change. By eliminating fuel subsidy, governments can make this fuel subsidy a little bit convenient so that our environment will be better and everywhere will be cool for everyone to benefit from. In addition, fuel subsidy removal will encourage more local refineries, thereby providing needs and supplies for these poor ones in order for them to earn a living. Also, fuel subsidy will enable government to provide enough hospitals for over 2 million Nigerian citizens who are not able to receive good medical services due to their inability to pay hospital bills. Most rich people are able to afford generators in their homes, but not the poor. With the funds from the fuel subsidy removal, this will enable the government to provide more electricity to cater for these poor ones. Chairman, sir, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, have you not noticed that most rich people who have multiple vehicles are now selling off their cars due to the removal of fuel subsidy? Why acquire it in the first place? But the good news is that the poor ones who are not able to purchase those cars previously are now able to buy those cars. This will encourage the poor. This shows that the rich have little or nothing to gain from these fuel subsidies. Finally, I started by reminding us about the popular saying that goes, the poor is getting poorer, while the rich is getting richer. But now, it will be the poor is getting rich. I am sure you now agree with me that fuel subsidy removal is more beneficial to the poor than the rich. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we move next to the first opposition speaker, AJANI GABRIEL.
Many Lagos State civil servants and other states do no longer take their cars to work anymore. Do you know why? Fuel subsidy. In my school, where we have over 60 members of staff, usually 40 or more comes to school with their car. But recently, I noticed that this number dropped drastically to about 15 or 20. Do you know why? Fuel subsidy. Fuel subsidy is the amount paid by government to reduce the amount on oil products to make it affordable for civilians to buy. And benefit is a platform put together for people to gain from. Let me take you back to history. In 2010, during President Yar'Adua's regime, fuel price was normally 141 naira. In the same year, during President Goodluck Jonathan's regime, it was subsidized to 97 naira. During the same regime in 2011, fuel price was subsidized to 87 naira. Wow, right? In 2016, fuel price increased to 165 naira and later dropped in 2020 to 145 naira. There is a popular saying that says, action at the right time is the greatest result. But the new administration came and struck Nigerians with removal of fuel subsidy. This is a land we're still recovering from the previous predicament of money scarcity. and they claimed this is to benefit the poor. You know, I wonder, in a country that is ruled by corruption, is this really possible? After the removal of fuel subsidy in 2023, the current price of fuel as I'm speaking to you now is 670 naira. And in one of their interviews, the government stated that the fuel subsidy is becoming too much, so the country can no longer maintain it. And they added to it that this money could perhaps be used to better other sectors such as health, education, and transportation. But Nigerians, a question crossed through my mind. Will this money truly get to its destination? Or will it be swindled by those corrupted politicians? In our current state in Nigeria, where corruption is dominant, I'm now getting to get the impression that the concept of fuel subsidy is to make the rich richer and the poor poorer. As many businessmen out there has taken this opportunity to manipulate prices. But thank God for JENDOL. Furthermore, fuel subsidy has, contributed to bad economy. The normal goods and services required for living are now expensive, and an average Nigerian can no longer afford their normal 3 square meals because educational fee, transportation, and feeding has skyrocketed upon the commencement of oil subsidy. Then, is this truly benefiting the poor? No. In 2022, the National Bureau of Statistics recorded that 63%, that is 133 million civilians, attempt to be dimensionally poor. Emphasis on the word dimensionally. That means there are diversities of poor. I begin to wonder, when fuel subsidy is now put into the consideration, what will the term that will be used for the poor? I begin to imagine it. I think before the concept of fuel subsidy removal, there should have been adequate planning. We have refineries in Nigeria, but they are not working. We all know of the Dangote petrochemical refinery is not in good shape. And the government-owned refinery, which is in Kaduna, and 2 in Port Harcourt. Thank you, I'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll move to the second proposition speaker, ADENIRAN favor.
Good day, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, our great timekeeper, my fellow debaters, and everyone present here. Standing before you is ADENIRAN favor, representative of Ivalilaja Girls Senior Secondary School, here to support the motion which states, and I quote, fuel subsidy removal is more beneficial to the poor than to the rich. First, I'll start by identifying the keyword fuel subsidy. Fuel subsidy is the financial assistance given by government over fuel to make it easier for the citizens to buy. According to the Nigeria Extractive Industries Report, fuel subsidy has taken 13.7 trillion, I repeat, 13.7 trillion in the national budget, which is equivalent to the budget of health, education, and others in the past 5 years. It's also equivalent to the budget of 10 years and capital expenditure. The KPFG, the global audit firm, has said that NNPC paid itself $6.6 billion for 15.6 billion liters of products that were apparently not available in the Nigerian market. Hence, its removal is required for energy, growth, and security. President Bola Tinubu, in his inaugural address on May 27, 2023, said that fuel subsidy is now going to be removed as it's no longer sustainable. We actually need to commend this present administration on its process in phasing out fuel subsidy regime because it's actually increasing and favoring the poor, favoring the rich more than the poor. The government, by removing fuel subsidy, the government can reallocate resources to places in which the poor actually need, like healthcare, education, and others. By removing fuel subsidy, it can help them free up fiscal resources that can be channeled towards infrastructural development, job creation, and poverty alleviation programs. Nigeria as a country, we need great things in Nigeria. Helping us is one of the great things. If we can exercise patience, this immediate effect of fuel subsidy that we all think is the only thing that's going to happen would not be like this. We all point to one direction and think it's only the immediate effect of fuel subsidy that is affecting us. I believe that if political leaders can make this thing transparent, we'll all go into the great and Nigeria will be able to survive better economically. Nigeria as a whole is a blessed place. The politicians have been commended greatly, and the process of fuel subsidy removal have been postponed until now, but now we have finally removed it. I believe fuel subsidy will take Nigeria to greater heights. Compare fuel subsidy removal to the pain of a woman giving birth. In the labor room, it's pain, just like how we are feeling immediate effects and pains now. But at the end, it is joy. Just like if Nigeria can exercise patience, Nigerians, is what we need. If we can exercise patience, we'll all survive and be happier. Nobody can tell me that the poor benefited during fuel subsidy regime. How can you tell me a poor benefited in a country that wastes 1.2 billion naira annually and over 1 trillion yearly just because of fuel subsidy? Why infrastructural facilities needed by the poor are left in languishing states? Please, patience is what we need. If political leaders can make this transparent, I believe Nigeria will be better as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Favor. Ladies and gentlemen, we move straight to the second opposition speaker, HABSATA Mohammed.
An economist says the fuel subsidy of a fuel tank of the masses or the rich is at $2 per day. I would like to give honor to who honor is due to by saying good morning, Chairman, panel of adjudicators, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, and the audience. Standing before you today is MUHAMMED HABSATA, a bona fide D of Songo Senior Secondary School. I am here to strongly oppose that motion themed fuel subsidy is more beneficial to the poor than the rich. But before I proceed, I would like to define the keywords of the debate. Fuel subsidy removal and beneficial. Fuel subsidy removal simply means to eliminate the cost of fuel for the consumers. Beneficial, according to the Google, simply means resulting in good, favorable, or advantageous. Now I proceed. Statistically speaking, fuel subsidy have made the poor even poorer by their inability to get power. The fuel available at high prices is only gotten by the rich, and these same people would sell them at even higher prices for the masses, which they cannot afford. Fuel subsidy has caused inflation. This is when the value of money is reduced, and these same people cannot afford to buy the fuels. Are we still believing that fuel subsidy is more beneficial to the poor than the rich? Absolutely not. Fuel subsidy is more beneficial to the rich because they are the ones becoming richer. Fuel subsidy has made our economies even weaker, and it has increased the rates in crimes. In conclusion, the present practice of fuel subsidy in Nigeria is unsustainable and may lead to debt crisis in the medium and long term. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, until you stand on this podium, before you would know how hot it is. Please can we appreciate our speaker once again, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be having the third proposition speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for HEZEKIAH. HEZEKIAH Promise. Isaac.
According to the National Bureau of Statistics, it says that 56,000 of Nigerian families across Nigeria, how 63% are almost poor, due to the fact of that many of our Nigerians are poor due to the removal of fuel subsidy. Esteemed panel of adjudicators, fellow debaters, and the floor, extinguished audience. The key terms according to the logdictionary.org. Fuel subsidy is the financial support from the government to reduce the cost of petroleum and help the citizens. Why poor? According to Wikipedia.com, is the lack of money for standard way of living. Agreed. Fuel subsidy was meant to counter the high cost of petroleum cost in our country. Agreed. It was meant to bring it down and make things more easier for everyone. But my opposing speakers, what I will not accept is the fact that fuel subsidy removal is detrimental to the effect to the poor. First, introduction to fuel subsidy is a scam where the rich become richer and the poor become poorer. Humor me. Who are the real benefactors of fuel subsidy? the rich oil merchants who purchase less and sell for higher costs. The giant companies who cut off their production costs, and increase their profits. The importers and the exporters who pay less and earns more. These are the benefactors of the oil subsidy. Also, the ratio of poverty in rural areas is 72% compared to the 42% of the urban areas. Fuel subsidy is more beneficial to the rich than the poor, making the rich richer and the poor poorer, making the life of the rich easier while the poor becomes hard. To close, a simple panel of judges and my opposing stand, I strongly believe that the removal of fuel subsidy is more beneficial to the poor than the rich.
Ladies and gentlemen, the third opposition speaker, we have OCHIA Charisma.
Do you think that the fuel subsidy has benefited you as an average citizen? It is an undeniable fact that the fuel subsidy removal has made the poor poorer and the rich richer. Look around you, take a deep breath and notice that according to the fuel subsidy removal, people are not allowed to take 3 square meals per day, while some people are battling in the world, even in these perilous times. Before I proceed, it is indeed wise and appropriate for me, in my utmost sense of humility and respect, to accord accolade to whom it is due by saying, good day to the distinguished chairperson, the impeccable and impartial panel of judges, the precise timekeeper, worthy opponents, fellow debaters, and the ever-attentive audience. Standing before you with all boldness, smartness, and confidence is OCHIA Odibe Charisma, a reputable student from that GABRIEL of knowledge at Bede Senior Grammar School. Today, I stand as firm as a rock to strongly oppose the motion which states that fuel subsidy removal is more beneficial to the poor than the rich. Prior to stating my reasons, I will define the key concept, which is fuel subsidy removal. Fuel subsidy removal is the process of ending the financial assistance from the government for fuels. Fuel subsidy removal is more beneficial to the rich and not the poor. My sense is based on this point. To start with, the fuel subsidy removal is more beneficial to the rich because they receive benefits from reduced tax burdens. While fuel subsidies are in place, governments require higher taxes to fund them. By removing fuel subsidies, it can reduce the burden on wealthy individuals who contribute proportionally more to the fuel subsidy. By removing fuel subsidy, the rich tend to enjoy their financial benefits because they are no longer paying for the fuel subsidy. In addition, the fuel subsidy removal is not beneficial to the poor because they are likely to be affected by higher rates of transport, cost of living, and production costs, which are brought by fuel subsidy removal. The fuel subsidy removal allows the poor to suffer from inadequate transportation and the higher transportation costs, while the rich are more likely to benefit from the fuel subsidy removal because they can afford fuel inefficient vehicles, which can enable them to engage in activities that do not require substantial use of fuel, such as leisure travel or running multiple cars. Take a deep breath around you and look around. Even applying Nigeria as a case study, the fuel subsidy removal is not beneficial to the poor. My opponents and everyone seated here today can agree with me that they paid quite a lot to get here today. The fuel subsidy removal is more beneficial for people, for rich people, because they have the resources and financial capabilities to back them regarding the pitfalls that fuel subsidy removal may bring. I'll be back to buttress more my points. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll go on a very short commercial break.
Customer service is a priority when it comes to JENDOL superstores.
We create a wonderful and satisfying shopping atmosphere and experience for every shopper while they shop. A pride we take in meeting our customers' demand. Our vision is to be the world-class grocery that leaves shoppers with a smile. Our mission statement is to pay attention to customers' expression and maintain a conducive shopping atmosphere. We have oriented and dedicated staff who stand in the front lines as an intermediary between the company and the customers, both in walk-in shoppers and at different locations.
We have our branches located at Isheri, Ebeda, Isolo, Abuleba, Alakuko, Ikorodu.
Ikorodu O2, Ojuore, and Igondo.
We are not just a store, we are a superstore.
We journey to find freshness, ripeness, and coolness.
At JENDOL Superstore, you can shop and smile, making your friends and family feel special with our unlimited loaded gift cards ranging from 5,000 Naira worth of gift cards and above. Grab this exciting juicy offer and create memories.
JENDOL Superstore is your ultimate destination for full-time entertainment. And ice creams, whatever you've got in mind, we've got inside.
At JENDOL's Village Market, we have local food items for special delicacies, which makes us a one-stop superstore where you can get all you need.
We are not just about making money.
Our corporate social responsibilities set a good example for others to follow.
Visit our website at www.jendolstores.com for that unbeatable online shopping experience, and our home delivery service is top-notch.
Unimaginable freedom of selection and availability of the goods of daily needs make us the guru of groceries.
JENDOL Superstore is a shopping adventure.
There's always something for everyone.
Enjoy a wide range of groceries while you shop to the fullest.
For inquiries, contact our customer care line at 090-6287-3267. You can place your order via WhatsApp at 090-628-73274.
This is a grocery store that we all love, and you can find it all here at JENDOL Superstores.
JENDOL Superstores. Shop, smile.
Welcome back from the short commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still live at the JENDOL Annual Debate Championship Season 1, and I'm your host, Aino Ayomide Emmanuel. Please put your hands together for yourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be having the rebuttals now, and we'll be going through the list from the first speaker once again. Please put your hands together. Coming for the 1 minute rebuttal, ALUMONA, kindness.
My opponent said that removal of fuel subsidy will increase high transportation and we harm the poor who rely on public transport for their livelihood. However, these concerns can be addressed through well-planned policies. Government can phase out fuel subsidy and introduce measures to enable the poor people go well in the country and make sure they are balanced with all the effects that is going on. But be it inflation, money, crime, transportation, and any other effect, all those things are expected, but they are also short-term. That is why the government have provided palliatives to make sure that these poor ones are able to okay, thank you.
The next speaker, AJANI Gabriel.
Picking it back from where I left off. If the Dangote Petrochemical Refinery were to be in good shape, or the government-owned refinery, which two are located in Port Harcourt, one in Kaduna and one in Warri, are in good shape, then I think we can consider for a subsidy. You said something that average will rely on public transport. Do you think if everyone here has the opportunity to buy Ferrari, we would not buy it? Okay, using the style of my great teacher sister there, I would like to say, good day, honorable judges, wonderful participants, respected audience, the wonderful people seated by my far right, I remain AJANI Gabriel OPEYEMI. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, for our rebuttal, let's welcome ADENIRAN FAVOUR.
Standing before you again is ADENIRAN FAVOUR, here to defend my point. I say, fuel subsidy is a pain in the neck to we the poor masses, to you and I, and the removal has been a relief. Fuel subsidy is one of the scenarios in which letting go is better than keeping. I believe that if we Nigerians can just believe that everything comes with a pain and exercise patience, we Nigeria will be better. Thank you.
One thing I love about debate is you don't have to agree with my point. I stand my ground. Ladies and gentlemen, coming for the next rebuttal, we have HABSATA, MUHAMMED.
All protocols duly observed. I still remain MUHAMMED HABSATA. If it is beneficial for fuel subsidy removal, then why are the labor unions calling out for strike? Secondly, why has the prices of commodities growing higher every day? Lastly, why are you all groaning that fuel and gas prices are draining down your pockets? Sincerely speaking, fuel subsidy removal is killing the poor Nigerians. Thank you.
Thank you very much, HABSATA. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for HEZEKIAH Promise Isaac for his rebuttal.
Still on the existing protocol, my opponent said that many of the rich people nowadays are selling off their cars due to the removal of fuel subsidy. But let me tell you something, they say the bigger your head, the bigger the problem. Why wouldn't they sell it off when subsidy that helps them to buy money cars because it falls in their favor has been removed? You see, let's say petroleum, fuel, diesel and gas are all for the rich people. Is it a poor man who does not have the capacity to feed himself 3 times a day that wants to buy a car? No. But you see, if we can apply our domestic work in our country by doing our domestic activities, by making a refinery whereby we can refine our own oil to prevent us from exporting oil from abroad using a large amount of money which we can use to develop our countries like education, hospitals, health centers, and use and put into other things. This will help shaping our country and boosting our economy so largely. I would like to say that in our country, in this country, where subsidy has been a thing of the rich people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The last speaker for the rebuttal, ladies and gentlemen, we have OCHIA Charisma.
Fully charged like I never left, I remain my humble self, still firm in the soil of confidence on the opposing side of the motion. My opponents have said a lot, but I beg to disconcur. Removing fuel subsidies will not in any way impact or have an impact on the rich, but it will greatly affect the poor in terms of the higher transportation fees, amongst others. I stand to conclude that though the removing of fuel subsidy may seem like a fair policy on the surface, it becomes evident after closer examination that it favors the rich and not the poor. Esteemed panel of judges, the ever-attentive audience, with its cogent, well-articulated and explanatory points of mine, I am completely sure that I've been able to convince you beyond any outer or shadow of unreasonable doubt or confusion that fuel subsidy removal is more beneficial to the rich and not the poor. This is my humble submission as I rest my case and take my seat in confidence. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Charisma. Ladies and gentlemen, now we would leave the panel of judges to do their thing. We're going to be having our winner any moment from now. But before the judges would come have their remarks, I'd like to bring to the microphone very quickly the representative of the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, for a few remarks concerning this debate. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as I make welcome Mrs. Fumi Akinfolurin. Thank you very much.
We want to thank JENDOL Superstores for helping for supplementing in providing quality education for students in Lagos State. We say a big thank you to you. Lagos State is ever ready, always ready, to collaborate and partner with organizations, non-governmental organizations, genuine ones, ready to uplift, the social, mental education of the children. So we say thank you to you. And children, I want you to give them a big round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, very quickly, still in the realms of remarks, we'd like to get a few remarks from the representative of Wema Bank.
Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, let me say a big appreciation to the organizer of this program for a good job they've done. And appreciation also go to our panel of justice and all the invitees. I say well done. We are from Wema Bank. We are your partners in progress. We are willing to partner with you to add more value to you as a person and to add value to your business. Thank you very much. God bless.
I'm not going to propose and I'm not going to oppose, but I will tell you one thing so that you're able to filter it down to Nigeria. Subsidy, what is subsidy? When government subsidizes, it means what is essential to the masses, to the poor. Government is paying part of the cost so that everyone, the poor, can have access to it. For example, go to Canada, or if you are a citizen of Canada, your children are being paid per child about 4,000 Canadian dollars, and the school is free. That is subsidy. So when it comes to Nigeria, what is the government planning to do by removing fuel subsidy? I'm not opposing, but at least there should be subsidy in Nigeria in one way or the other. What should have been done if you go and ensure there is security in our farmlands? Nigerians will go to farm, they will produce, they will export, and dollar will come. So thank you.
A beautiful morning to us all. I should have been here earlier. I missed my way. I used almost 2 hours. And the fuel that is already expensive. Do you know what it means? Burning fuel from beggar, looking for Fidel College. I've been to the primary school. And I got here. The security said, you can't park there. Drive down. I was already thinking of the few liters of fuel I will use again. Now, coming back to the topic, I want to align with the NIBS director. The buying power of a rich man obviously supersedes that of a poor man, right? And who is a poor man? Someone that cannot even live up to $1 per day is even worse. In the days of $1 to 700, now it's $1 to almost 1,000. How many over 1,000, right? So how many people can actually spend 1,000 naira in a day? And what does a poor man need? They need food, they need shelter, and they need clothing. And what is the most important part? Food. And where does this food come from? From the farm. How will the food get to them? Transportation. And obviously the fuel subsidy is having serious ripple effects on our feeding. Like an average Nigerian is not even thinking of how to add meat to that rice any longer. Like just eat the rice. Like meat is not compulsory. Now you tell children every day is not meat. It's not supposed to be. But when we were growing up, every day was meat. I don't want to take sides, but you already know where I stand. Like something has to be done. Thank you so much, JENDOL. Thank you for Fidel, and thank you everybody.
You're still watching the grand finale of JENDOL Annual Debate Championship Season 1, proudly sponsored by JENDOL Superstores.
Moving ahead, we'd like to get a few remarks from our judges. They are concluding gradually who the winner of today's competition would be. Join me as I make welcome Mrs. Miriam Oladeji, and she gives us a few remarks concerning today's debate from the angle of the judges.
Thank you so much for, sitting still and making us happy at that end. Like everyone has said, they do not envy us. I do not envy myself. Yeah. And I do not envy myself really because yesterday they came with gun, pistol, and I got home, I was telling my husband, you need to see. But today, I don't know what happened. But even with that, I am proud of each of them. They did fantastic. It's not easy giving a child a topic and expect them to deliver, the next day. So it's a learning curve for us, and we are glad you are learning. As long as you're living, you're learning. So we are glad of that.
I'd like to appreciate the organizers of this event. It's actually a great deal for me. Coming from the background of leadership and humanitarian, what has happened today to the speakers is what you continually face every day. This life is actually about competition. Today you see a whole lot of people coming to everybody to say, oh, I have a proposal to share. So can you speak to your proposal, exactly what has happened to you? But your bragging right is, I imagine if this debating platform becomes a global platform in the future, you'll be proud of yourself to say you are the pioneer set of this, whether you win or not, you are the pioneer set. People who are going to watch this in future are going to be changing their behavior. You now know that you need to actually read wide for you to engage in your day-to-day activity.
If the smile I'm seeing on people's faces here is anything to go by, then I guess I have a lot of friends in the audience. Do I? Okay. Do you want us to put that to test? Yes. And you go. And you go. Sisi naga site baginamo. Papa, put your hands together for yourselves. Okay, I must say that it's very exciting to be here. I'd like to thank the organizers for providing this platform for these young people to showcase their talents. As somebody who has been on stage since 1982, I can tell you categorically that it's not easy to face any audience anywhere. So I give kudos to these young people. I've been in situations myself where I'll climb the stage and when I look at the face of the audience, the first thing that I'm telling myself is, I beg, I want to go peace first. So for these young men to stand here, young women to stand here and they're doing their thing, please give them a rousing round of applause. So if at the end of the day you are not the top guy here, take it from me that you are a winner anyhow you see it, okay? The little tip that I'll give to you is when next you're on stage like that, one of the first things that you should do is, before you say anything, take a pause, take a deep breath, and smile. It helps you build your confidence. You understand?
I am very, very impressed with the quality of presentation. I am very, very impressed. And I want to confirm that the future of these children is fantastic. And I want to know, because whatever happens in this country, the topic is so important and it's the right topic at this time. The real problem of that is happening now is due to bad governance, I'm sorry to say. Look at the first subsidy. So the irony of it that nobody mentioned that in any bad situation, there's always a good situation. Do you know the good situation in this first subsidy removal? To the poor and rich, we are more calculative now. We calculate everything. So let's just be patient to Tinubu's government. I know it's not easy. I really want to thank you for this initiative, Mr. JENDOL. It's fantastic. And I wish other big organizations would do this initiative. It's not the money you are giving, but you have really, psychologically, you've raised up the morale of the youth. And please, God will continue to increase your greatness. And you will never fall. You'll always be on top. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
This is the deciding moment, ladies and gentlemen. Before I begin to reel out the results, we want to give our appreciation to Wema Bank. They would be giving prizes to the winners from the 6th to the 1st position. Please, can we celebrate them? Amel Susan and Chamuz with Burn Nigeria will be giving out gifts to the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd position. And just like our Chief George mentioned, he mentioned that the reward of teachers will start from here on earth. So, whosoever is the 1st position, the teacher would also be going home with a gift. Courtesy Burn Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, The Chief Financial Officer of NIPS, in person of Mr. Innocent Osagede, will also be giving out cash gifts to the first, second, and third position. Ladies and gentlemen, the person going home as the sixth winner, because they all are winners, HEZEKIAH Promise Isaac. Well done. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, the fifth position for the JENDOL Annual Debate Championship, Season 1, 2023, goes to HABSATA MUHAMMED. The fourth position for this debate championship goes to ALUMONA Kindness. Congratulations to you. Ladies and gentlemen, the third position goes to no other but the charismatic OCHIA Charisma. Thank you very much, JENDOL, and every supporting brand. Ladies and gentlemen, the first, second, third winners, apart from the individuals that have come to represent their school, the school themselves will be getting a magnetic board, be getting dusters, and they'll be getting markers. We go straight to the winner, because once you know the winner, you know who follows. Shockingly, we have only 1 point between the first and second. Just 1 point. After a series of calculations by our esteemed judges, ladies and gentlemen, the winner is
AJANI GABRIEL OPEYEMI.
Ladies and gentlemen, winning the bragging rights as the best debater, Lagos State Senior Public Secondary School, Districts 1, 2, and 6. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a moment of joy filled with passion. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you your winner. Please, the second position, FAVOUR. Can you also come to stage? Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Born Nigeria, the teacher also goes home with a portable printer. Oh. The second position goes with an extra 15,000 naira, and the third position goes with extra 10,000 naira. Ladies and gentlemen, I also like to invite very quickly Mr. Innocent Osagede. He's given the first position an extra 50,000 naira, the second position 30,000 naira, and the third position 20,000 naira. Ladies and gentlemen, having 165 applicants from 88 Lagos State public secondary schools, we have our winner already. I tell you that it has been a beautiful session. We have learned, and we hope that the words that has been said here today will impact on us as individuals and also on Lagos State and Nigeria as a whole. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming around to JENDOL Annual Debate Championship Season 1, 2023. I am your host, Aino Ayomide Emmanuel. See you next year at the championship. Take care.